So this goes back to our original point.
Yes.
Cash flow creation.
Amen.
The only reason why you and I are able to stand the test of time during this high inflationary, falsely documented time is because if the government showed that we're under 40% inflation,
there'd be anarchy in the streets, guys. It's true.
We wouldn't be in a there would not be in America.
They'd be shutting this channel down, that's for sure.
But what I will say is this. It goes back to our point about the importance of cash flow creation. Because Chris and I are no different. We started broke. Both of us started through a lawsuit or some form of fashion.
Or multiple.
Or something.
Right? Yeah.
Whether we won it or lost it, it still costs money to win or lose. And the point that I want to make is this. Accumulation alone is not enough.
No.
Because think about it. You got $1 million in your bank account. What you gonna do? You gonna go get your house? You gonna pay off your house? Let's say it's $300,000. You pay that off. You pay off both you and your wife's car, $30,000 a piece. That's $60,000. So that's $420,000 right there after $1 million gone. Not including the taxes that you get for whatever distribution that you just received for receiving that $1 million up front. So let's just be modest and say $300,000 was taken away. So let's go to the board. Hey, go to camera 4. Go to the board.
Man,
all right. So
I like that. I like how you just like say bang and it's done.
So we're gonna do $1 million. Got $1 million in your reserve, right?
Yep.
So now you say $300,000 for your crib. Now we know that's not true, especially today's times. You can't even get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $300,000 in a good neighborhood. But we're just gonna go with that. Then we're gonna say 2 cars at $30,000 a piece. That's $60,000. So we're gonna say $60,000 for cars.
Yep.
And then y'all gonna give at least $20,000 to family and friends because you want to let them know that you didn't forget about them. We're just gonna deal with this right here. This $380,000. What's 1 million minus 380,000? Let's see.
620 grand.
620 grand. That leaves you with 620 grand. Let's not forget taxes. How much of taxes out the 620 do you think it's gonna be, or out the $1 million?
No, it depends on where it is. Like if you have it as in like a 401k or IRA and it's earned income.
Let's give them the best tax advantage.
Let's just call it let's call it a capital gain and 15%, best case scenario.
So that's 15 out the $1 million, so that's 150,000.
So you got 150 grand, so you're at 470.
So we're gonna take so we're gonna take 150 grand away from taxes.
You're at 470.
$470,000. Not including you're probably going to get another car and upgrade a bigger house because you're not happy with where you are and some other crap. So let's just say you waste $200,000 because most people wait. If you get $1 million up front, you're gonna waste $200,000. You don't know what you wasted it on.
Totally.
So let's say you're left with $270,000.
Yep.
Now technically, you tax it. You got waste. You got everything that you felt like you was worth. That you deserve your entire life. So you got waste, taxes, you got family taken care of, you got cars, you got your home. Okay.
Yep.
Not including children, better education, schooling, all of that. You left with $270,000 and you still don't know how to multiply it. This is a danger.
100%.
That's a danger. That is a danger. Versus
That's the Dave Ramsey plan right there. Get all your stuff paid off, just save up, and you're good. Why do you really need more money in retirement?
Yeah, so the Dave Ramsey plan, y'all switch to one. The Dave Ramsey plan works only for those who are getting ready for our plan.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's great.
So if you were to use Dave Ramsey would be great with coupling with our plan, because if you have no debt and you came to us, good riddance. Good riddance. Good riddance to poverty. However, most of you don't come to us after Dave. So that means that we have to show you what's most important in paying down your debt. I'm going to say this for me. I'm not in representation of Life 180 or Chris. I'm going to tell you what I teach my clients. Paying down debt is the last thing I'm worried about.
Okay.
The reason being is because once you pay down all of your debt, you save up all your money, use all your surplus cash to pay down all your debt. Guess what? You have no extra money. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to get back in debt to stop the mistakes of you living this life that got you in debt.
Yeah.
So in my perspective, Chris, you can tell me how you feel, but from my perspective, focusing on developing a new cash flow is much more important than paying off debt, because every month, if that new cash flow seeps in every month, no matter your mistakes, you can pay your debt off. You can go to Timbuktu, waste all the money on all whatever your desires are. You can waste all your money that entire month and know that next month you can start over and do right. But you cannot do that with an accumulated account. Chris, how do you feel about that?
That is true. Listen, people's greatest need is absolutely more cash flow, period. And so that's why, I mean, it sounds cliche, but I always kind of tell people the greatest investment you're ever going to make is in yourself. You know, like I can tell you, I've put multiple 6 figures into masterminds and events and personal coaching and these sorts of things. And a lot of people would look at that and be like, well, I was already in debt for some of it. I used debt for some of it when I didn't have the money. But why did I do that? Because I was trying to build an asset, and the greatest asset is me, because there's nothing else in my life that's going to be able to create more cash flow in my life than me and my abilities and my skills, my networks, my relationships, all these different things. Right. And so, it's everything, you know? And so, debt, I have a love-hate relationship with it, right? Like I would say there's 2 types of debt. There's the toxic kind of like.
Don't say it, Chris.
There's consumer
Don't
debt.
say good debt, bad debt, bro.
There's consumer debt, which is bad. And then there's investment debt, which, you know, if you can validate saying, I'm going to take on debt, but I can look at that as an investment. Like I would go pay, and people go, what's good debt versus what's bad debt? Right. Like you look at you, like you're looking at me, but I could say, what is good debt versus bad debt? And the answer is, it's not about the percentage that you're paying in interest. It's about what are you using that debt for, and
Chris,
more with it.
Chris, am I your brother?
You are my brother. What are you going to hit me with now?
Can I give you some pushback?
Hit me, baby. Let's go.
Is there a such thing as a good gun and a bad gun?
Well,
don't you do it. You better not try to do it. Is there a such thing as a good gun and a bad gun?
I mean, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to my guns. So, I mean, yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, man.
Is there a such thing as a good gun and a bad gun?
No, Jake.
They're all good.
A
gun is a gun, and a gun is created for one reason. And what is that reason, Chris?
To shoot a target.
Destruction. To lay someone down.
Exactly.
Now,
I like Alonzo's answer.
There are times when if you killed someone, that the government and the police will say, hey, it was self-defense. And there are other times when somebody kills the same person and they say that you're a lunatic. The only difference is the intention. Chris, I am tired of everyone using Robert Kiyosaki's good debt, bad debt analogy.
Okay.
All debt is debt. It is debt.
Yeah, but what,
and if you do not have a legitimate plan for it, where you can protect you and your family, meaning that you have a practice exit with a clear-cut ending, everyone gonna die by the debt.
Sure.
Just like the gun.
All right. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. Like Alonzo said it. There's no good guns or bad guns. There's only good and bad people with guns, right? And so it's all about who are you? What are your skills? What are your abilities, right? Like debt is not equal in everybody's hands, right? Like how you utilize debt. And to that point, like I'm not a big fan of debt for consumption, but debt for production, I'm in love with it. Like I got a love relation. Like it's
you
like,
in love with it, Chris? Are you serious?
Why not?
Bro, Chris, all right, Chris, let me ask you a question.
Okay, ask away, baby. Let's go.
You said you're in love with it, which means if you're in love with something, that means it'll be your first choice, right? Don't you do it.
Yes,
okay.
You know why? Listen, and here's why. What's the number one thing I value in my money?
The number one thing you arbitrage, positive arbitrage.
That I look for. Number one attribute I look for in anything I'm doing with my money.
Positive arbitrage.
Control.
Okay.
Control. Okay.
Okay.
When I use my money, what am I doing with that money?
You have control.
I'm giving up control of it. I have control when it's in my hands. If I use somebody else's money, but I still have my money sitting there, and I know I can use that somebody else's money, OPM, for an investment, and I can earn more than I'm paying, and I'm still keeping control of my money. That way, if any time things get hard, the difference between debt that people look at is they go, when you're in debt, if I have $1 million in debt that I use because Jake gave me a loan at 5%, and I have $1 million of his money, and I know I can take that 5% and I can take it and earn 10%, building a business, but I still got $1 million over my side account that I control. Am I really taking on any risk?